Hey guys, what is up and welcome back. For today's video, I will be sharing with you guys a full face of pretty much MAC makeup. I'm using a lot of their holiday goods that they just released, and this is pretty much the look that I came up with. Love it. Purple eyes, you know what I'm saying? And these pink lips I think just go so well. Before we get started, I did want to mention that today's video is sponsored by MAC Cosmetics, which gets me so beyond excited, because MAC was the first high-end brand I ever purchased from. I remember I was 17 years old. I saved up, I think it was like 150 bucks. I went to the mall with my sister and mom. I was going into 12th grade. It was the summer of going into 12th grade. And I bought just a ton of MAC goodies. So when they reached out, I was like, what? Of course, you know what I'm saying? Like very surreal moments. So absolute honor to be working with them. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be using a lot of their holiday goods. I will have all of the items linked down below if you guys want to pick up anything for yourselves. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the look. The first thing I'm going to go in with is the Tatcha Luminous Silk Canvas. I actually haven't used this in a very long time, but I love this because I feel like with, it really just goes with any foundation. Put these back there, and I feel like it creates just a really nice base. I like to kind of focus it on my pore area, which is here, and then my face sometimes gets a little bit red after this because I'm kind of like squishing. But I love it. It's a really good primer. And for foundation, I'm going to use the MAC Face and Body Radiant Sheer Foundation. I heard fantastic things about this one. If you want something that's light, that's easy. This right here is actual goals. So I'm going to take it on my hand. It's a little bit more on the watery side, which I actually prefer. I also picked mine up in the shade N2, which is just like the neutral one. I felt like probably not too warm, but not too cool. So I'm gonna apply this on my skin, and this really does give a beautiful, like soft, radiant effect to the face. It's not like heavy or thick. I think this color also is actually perfection. And I feel like it's covering up everything I wanted to, but not in an overdone way, you know, and sometimes I will go for such a look. Also, I love the packaging of this because it's like nice and smushy and squishy. It's just easy to work with, you know? Also, they have so many shades to choose from, so there really is something in the line like for everyone. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the First Aid Beauty Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer. I love this because it's like very like hydrating and light. I'm almost finished with it actually. Put that under the eye area. I have mine in the shade 4. And then we're going to blend. But basically, what is up, you guys? I feel like I haven't done a get ready with me video in a very long time. It's been a minute. I know the holiday season is here. You guys know I live in New York, so I feel like this time of the year is like my favorite because there is just so much to see. Lights everywhere, trees. I definitely feel like I want to go ice skating at Rockefeller Center. I've never been, shockingly, even though I've lived here my whole entire life. So it's definitely something that's on my bucket list. I don't know if I necessarily know how to ice skate because the last time I went ice skating was in high school at a rink that we have here in Brooklyn. I don't even know if they're open anymore, but I just feel like it would be a blast. Okay, so once all of that's blended out, I'm gonna set my face because I typically always set my face no matter what, even if I'm going for like a fuller or a lighter coverage look. I'm gonna use the MAC Studio Fix. What is this exactly? Yeah, just MAC Studio Fix in the shade NW30. And this is actually my second one. I've hit pan on this one. I love it. I've been using this for legit years, since I was 18, I want to say. And that's been like, that's a nice chunk of years, let me tell you. So since I'm not going for a full coverage look, I'm just going to kind of dot this on or kind of like apply it very lightly in a very sheer way, just so when I apply bronzer, it's going to apply smoothly. And I love this because you could wear it without foundation. It gives you a decent amount of coverage, but you can also wear it with foundation. I feel like it just creates this perfect base. Sometimes I'll skip like loose powder and just go in with this under the eye area. I feel like it sets everything in very nicely, and it doesn't like cake up or sink into like the fine lines. It's a great powder. My sister loves it as well, and she doesn't like makeup, so you know that's saying something. Next, we're hopping into bronzer. This is the Hourglass Luminous Bronze Light. I'm just gonna warm up my face with this little light. Always take my hand. Yeah, so I'm actually really excited to hopefully go ice skating. I really wanna, I don't know, start doing things with myself. And I feel like the holiday season is a perfect time to start. They also have this really cool like playground that just has a lot of really cool fun activities like rock climbing. You have ice skating there as well. I also think that there is zip lining, which is pretty awesome. I would also love to go to the ice cream museum. I can't believe I haven't gone to these super cool places, and I'm like here every single day. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because I had this friend that I used to work with, and she moved here from South Africa. So when she came here, she was like, oh my gosh, you live in New York. Did you go here? Did you do that? Did you know what I mean? The whole thing. And I'm like, no. She's like, but you live here. I'm like, I know. That's why. So once we are done with bronzer, I'm gonna go in with the most yummiest blush ever. This is Hev for me. This is in the shade Burnt Pepper by MAC. It's such a gorgeous like burnt orange terracotta type of shade, and I feel like it's perfect for this time of year, the year especially. You guys know I enjoy blushes that are buildable, and this is pretty much what that is. I also love these kind of tones because I feel like it literally looks like you just walked in from outside and you're kind of like, yeah, hey, I'm here. It's freezing, but like I made it. You know what I'm saying? That's what this blush is defined as. So I usually like to take my blush all the way up there, and then sometimes I'll kind of like pop a drop on the nose, so it really looks like it's freezing outside. Okay, now I think I'm gonna hop onto the eyes. Like I showed you guys in the beginning of the video, they have a bunch of these beautiful, beautiful kits for the holidays. So here is one of the kits. It comes packaged just like this in this beautiful like bag. How cool is that? And what the cooler part of this is that it comes, it's like, it has 2 zippers. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of put double the trouble in there. And then they have like these really cute mini lipstick trios in various different colors. So like I think a red kit and then like a nude type of kit. I picked mine up in the red trio. I typically don't use reds, but they make amazing reds. So I'm like, let me give it a go. I also picked up one of their lipsticks here in the shade For My Next Trick. And again, I just love the packaging. This is a really pretty, stunning pinky tone color. So I would say it's deep, but not overly deep. So it's like right in the middle there, which I really enjoy those kind of shades. And then they have really fun palettes out now. So here is one of the holiday palettes. This right here is in Surprise Eyes instead of Surprise Prize. No, it's just Surprise Eyes. And then here is what we're working with. How cool is that? That is so cool. Love it. It is magnetic, which is awesome. And then we get just 6 shadows, and I specifically chose out this one because there's something about like purpley tone shades that I love if they're done well. And also every time I wear purple, you guys are like in love. So I'm like, you know what, let me create like a hot purple look that you could possibly recreate if you would like, if you have this or maybe something similar to this one. So pretty. So I'm gonna use this fluffy brush, and the shade I'm gonna go in with is this one right over here. It's not like a lid setting shade, but I feel like I could do that with this, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna set my lids. And even though this isn't like a lid setting shade per se, I feel like it's still doing a fantastic job. I definitely feel like it could work out for a bunch of different skin tones. I mean, especially if I'm going in with that for the crease, I feel like it's good. It's a good color. So I am just gonna go in with this lightly in the crease area to build up a transitioner drop. Not too much. Anyway, back to what I'm doing with my life for the holiday season. I'll report back to you once I start doing something. If anything, you know? Ooh, wait just 1 second till you see this. I got one of their single shadows. This is in Calling Your Bluff. And I felt like this would just go so well with like the palette, right? Gorgeous. Cannot wait to use this one. How beautiful. And then again with the packaging, obsessed. Okay, before I continue on with the eye, I'm gonna bake with the Beauty Bakery loose powder. I'm just gonna bake on here. I just like when it's a bit more defined. So I like to take loose powder in a beauty blender or a sponge of some sort and do that. I'm just gonna leave this on while I do my eyes. The next shade I'm gonna go in with from the palette is this one right over here. It's such a beautiful like deep eggplant purple, a matte finish. With this color, I'm gonna work it in the crease lightly. For the lids, I'm gonna go in with this color right over here. So pigmented, so beautiful. I want to put the glitter on top of that. I think it would be perfect. You guys know the drill around here. I typically like to focus it mainly on the inner part of the eye and kind of drag it out a little. And then for the areas my finger couldn't fit into, I'm just going to take a flat shader brush and work that on the lids. So with this color, you do get a little bit of fallout. I'm just going to wipe that off. On top of that, I'm going to go in with this single shadow here, which I love. It's such a stunning like duochrome actually. It's like a green purple. Dot that on top and I feel like it's going to amp up the look to the next literal level. Whoa, it totally does. So shiny and so beautiful. So I also actually put this color a little bit up there in the brows. I think it just adds like a nice effect. For the lower lash line, I'm going to go back in with the shade we use in the crease in the outer V. I'm going to use more of like a shader brush for this. And I'm going to take a clean crease brush and blend away so it doesn't look way too harsh. Next, I'm going to tightline with the L'Oreal Infallible Liner, the retractable one in Carbon Black. So I will also line my waterline. So I'm thinking to myself if I want to do a wing. Let's see. I think I'm ready to wipe this off. Just usually do like circular motions. For mascara, I'm going to go in with the Sky High Maybelline one. It's a new one to me. It's actually pretty good. So anyway, that is the story about me and my adventures this season. Definitely let me know what you guys are doing. Are you staying in? Are you staying home? Are you coming to New York? It's the best time to be here. Let me tell you, December is like the best. Next, I'm just going to pop on some lashes. Pop and scene. Okay, great. Next, we're gonna go in with this gorgeous lipstick. I feel like this shade would probably pair best with this look. And like I mentioned before, this is in the shade For My Next Trick. I will line our eyelids. And then I'm just gonna fill that in. This is a matte finish lipstick, but it's comfortable. It's like really comfortable. And for my final touch, I'm gonna be using the MAC Fix Plus. This is just from their like limited edition collection they released a little bit ago, but they have tons of these in various different collections and also part of the regular line. So I love this for like a go-to setting mist. You know what, I actually forgot, highlighter. I'm gonna use Double Gleam by MAC. This is one of my favorites. I recently did a declutter and I kept this one out of the bunch that I got rid of because such a diamond in the rough. So that is pretty much the gist of it. Here is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I had a blast with it. Thank you so much again to MAC Cosmetics. Such an absolute honor to be working with them. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you all in my next video. And of course, I'm looking forward to reading your comments down below. Bye. Ooh, also, I did want to mention if you guys want to smell like pure heaven, you have to try their Turquoise perfume. Definitely bumped up a spot to top 5 for sure. This smells heavenly. Let me tell you. Okay, fine. I'll see you guys in my next one.